Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Unitarian Church of Pensacola, Unitarian Universalist Church of Pensacola. Sorry, when you get up here, you get a little nervous. My name is Joe Vincent. I will be your service leader for today, June 7th, 2026. I'm a member of the church. I'm a past president, and I will be your service leader. My pronouns are he, him. I'd like to remind everyone this is a great opportunity to go ahead and silence your devices so that they don't make any loud noises during the service. I want to welcome all of our visitors and anyone who may be watching online on YouTube. And as you have probably heard here before, we are a lay-led congregation, which means we do not have a standing minister. We have different speakers every week, some of them from within the congregation, some of them, like today, from without. And we are very glad to have them. But what it also means is that there's not any particular style or message that kind of carries through because of the different speakers. What the message is this week will be something totally different next week, and so we encourage you to keep coming back, and you're probably going to find things that you like and speak to you spiritually or intellectually, or both. All right. I'm going to read some words for our chalice lighting. And let's see here. Laura, would you mind coming and lighting the chalice? Thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. Alrighty. For our announcements, there's a few that were on the screen before. One of them that you might have seen is that the FemFest Song Circle that was scheduled for this coming Saturday has been rescheduled for the following Saturday. We have a lunch bunch coming up this Wednesday, the June 10th at 1 p.m. That will be at Carrabba's Italian restaurant down there near the Pensacola Bay Center. If anyone is interested in going, please see Hugh Ed Turner right over there. And then we have another announcement. Due to gross human error, we neglected to mention three very important people who helped at the outdoor cleanup day the previous Saturday. They all did great work and are super valuable members of our community, and we want to give them a special mention this morning. We deeply apologize for the mistake. So let's give a special round of applause for Hugh Ed Turner, Riley Taylor Reginski, and Jojo Taylor Reginski. And yes, I mentioned the FilmFest Song Circle. If anyone has any questions, please contact Laura Keith King right up here. Alrighty. We're going to have some centering music from our musicians. This is going to be an Om chant, I believe.
Yeah, which isn't really from the musicians. It's more like from all of us with our voices together. And the musicians, perhaps. An Om is a sacred syllable. It's the sound of the beginning of the universe. And we are going to borrow this practice of using our physical manifestations of our spiritual beings to generate this sound, which theoretically we're going to generate this sound, Om, this sacred syllable, this bijakshara. Om. Theoretically, it has all the vowels in it, and you can go Om, and as you're oming, that sound is resonating from the base of your pelvis, your connection to the earth. Hey, good morning, folks. Hi. You guys with me? You guys want to do a little Om together? Sort of up for it? All right. So, just whenever your breath runs out, your Om can gently come down. So mine might be shorter, might be longer. We'll have like a little sea of Oms.
our opening words are from the Loving Kindness Sutta. This is what should be done by one who is skilled in goodness and who knows the path of peace. Let them be able and upright, straightforward and gentle in speech, humble and not conceited, contented and easily satisfied, unburdened with duties and frugal in their ways, peaceful and calm and wise and skillful, not proud or demanding in nature. Let them not do the slightest thing that the wise would later reprove. And our opening song this morning is going to be in the gray hymnal. This is number 18, What Wondrous Love Is This? I'll invite the choir members to come up and sing. All right, and I'll invite you to keep standing and we will recite the covenant. Love is the spirit of this church, and service its law. This is our covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you, choir. Next is when we have our joys and sorrows. So this is a time when members, friends, guests of the church can come up and share the things that are on your heart, whether they are happy or sad. And for every joy or sorrow that you share, please take a pebble from the dish and drop it into the bowl. And this is just a way of signifying that we are releasing these. We will put one pebble into the bowl first to represent all of the big things in the world, and there are so many. But yeah, please line up. You can take turns from either side of the sanctuary here. Say your name, try to briefly, concisely say what it is that's on your mind. And as a reminder, this portion of the service is not recorded or shared online. This is just for within these walls. Now is the time for our offering. We'll have some folks come around and pass around the baskets for any donations. We have other ways that you can contribute to the church. Our church is completely supported by you, and so any donations you're able to make are gratefully received. A lot of the people here have pledges and have donations that are automatically deducted from their bank accounts or things like that. So if it seems like not many people are giving, some of them, a lot of people give in non-visible ways. So thank you very much, and we'll have the musicians play some music for us.
And I think, again, you guys are going to sing with us. So this is in Garmuki, which was like a revolutionary language where, take the microphone again. In early Hinduism, the Sanskrit text was really only for sort of intellectuals and priests, and the Sikh religion was taking that and bringing it to the people. And the language that came out of that, a combination of Punjabi and Sanskrit, is called Garmuki. So this chant, Ra, Ma, Da, Sa, Sa, Se, So, Hung, is a Garmuki chant, and it means sun, moon, earth, infinity. Infinity, I am thou. And the choir's going to sing it with us, I think. We did practice it before. And I think I'll play, I don't know, accordion or piano. I haven't really decided yet, but it goes Ra, Ra, Ma, Da, Sa, Sa, Se, So, Hung. Ra, Ma, Da, Sa, Sa, Se, So, Hung. Ra, Ma, Da, Sa, Sa, Se, So, Hung. Ra, Ma, Da, Sa, Sa, Se, So, Ra, Ma, Da, Sa, Sa, Se,
All right, I'm going to introduce our speaker. I just looked at my phone, Dr. Ananda, and I'm only seeing your name. I'm not seeing a shortened bio. So I'm gonna wing it from the full bio here. So Dr. Samarpan Ananda is a board-certified chiropractic physician and acupuncturist, a dry needling specialist, ELDOA trainer, and a 500-hour yoga teacher trained in the Himalayas of India. A committed advocate for indigenous health, he also designs preventive medicine projects for recently contacted tribes in Brazil's Amazon rainforest. His healing journey began on the other side of the treatment table, a broken back, multiple disc herniations, and a near-fatal traumatic brain injury from competitive MMA and skateboarding that left him in chronic pain for more than a decade. The depths of disability he experienced forced him onto a path of radical immersion into various healing modalities, taking him to every corner of the globe in search of a deeper understanding of what it truly means to heal. This journey led him to integrate chiropractic rehabilitation with yogic practices, an approach that evolved into Chiro Yoga, his signature method uniting therapeutic movement with holistic healing. Today, Dr. Samarpan balances a clinical practice of the Chiro Yoga Wellness Clinic in Pensacola Beach, Florida, with international speaking and teaching engagements and on-the-ground work in the Brazilian Amazon rainforest. In the clinic, he delivers customized treatment protocols, corrective exercise programs, integrative personal training sessions, and individualized functional medicine plans. I'll let him speak more to that. So please give a warm welcome to Dr. Samarpan Ananda.
Thank you so much for having me. Just give a round of applause to one of my idols in the city, Joe Vincent over here, this amazing historian. The first time I was here, I was very starstruck because I had just seen Joe's exposés on the different historical facts of our city. So I was, I've just been fangirling really hard over you for a while. So thank you for welcoming me here again. And then just one more thing. Can you stand up, Casey? This is my girlfriend, everybody. She's a good lady. Just give her a round of applause. Okay. I also, in real time, just found out about her chickens, so I'm also processing that too. So the interesting thing about speaking is that when you're really present, you're not speaking. So if we can just close our eyes for a moment. And I just want you to tune into your breath. And as much as we're in a church right now, your body is a temple. And you don't need to go anywhere. It doesn't need to be any specific time to be in the temple and to offer devotion. And just knowing that there's an altar inside your heart that has room for all of your sorrows, all of your joys, all of your wins, and all of your losses. And in that place is where we all meet. So just slowly opening your eyes from that place. I've had the joy of being able to learn devotion through consensual force, I guess you could say. I feel like it's a funny way to realize it, but whenever life brings you down to your knees, that's when you realize that that's the best position to pray from. There's a level at which that we have to peel back all the layers of resistance to really feeling into what devotion actually means. Because if you think about what you would ever devote yourself to, it would be something that you have to trust, because you won't give yourself to something that you don't feel safe in. The other part of that is that there has to be a level of faith. That faith that no matter what happens, the trust that you've placed into this force, this energy, this being, is more than capable of holding anything that you have to offer it. And then there's a level of surrender that comes with the entire process, because as you continue to go through and feel the waves of these forces that are bringing you down to your knees, you get to be reminded of the humility of the path, of realizing that every single moment is an invitation for further devotion to not just God, but to yourself, to your family, to your friends. And so as we reflect on the different parts of this experience, I'm beckoned back into my time in India last year, where I got to attend the Maha Kumbh Mela. It was the largest human gathering in human history. 660 million people all gathered. That's more than double, or around double, the United States population. Every 144 years, Jupiter has concluded 12 orbits around the solar system. And every time it comes back into the same place, there's a planetary alignment that a certain energy is focused at the Earth. And there's a huge mythological component that I don't have time to share, but the essence of it is that at one point, the gods and the demons wanted immortality. And the only way to do it was to literally churn the center of creation together. So the forces of good and evil had to collaborate in order to bring about something bigger than themselves. And that was to extract the divine nectar of immortality from the center of creation. And where that nectar spilled onto the earth is where these confluence of the rivers, the Ganges and the Yamuna River, happen in India. And they say when you bathe in that river at that time, when there's this alignment, that you are liberated from the cycles of death and rebirth. So I made a pilgrimage to this place where you can see, I think there's a laser, yep. This is the confluence. And these are the millions and millions of people on either side of the river making their way on a sacred pilgrimage. And I got to see the levels of devotion of people that had the entire existence on their back, all of their children, donkeys in tow, pots and pans balanced on their head, barefoot, walking in the sun with little food and water, covered in mosquitoes, with smiles on their faces. And it reminded me that if one of us were to get a flat tire on the way here, 5 miles away in the Florida sun, would we get out and walk with a smile on our face to come here to our river where we get to bathe together every week? So bathing in that river and that experience was profoundly life-changing. I got to have the ritualistic experience of giving the offering that I could give, which is my life. My life in a sense of a commitment to this path of devotion, which leads you into so many different levels of experience. And whenever you think about what the actual practice of devotion is, it's just how you show up in your day-to-day life. There was a moment where Gandhi was boarding a train in the midst of his campaign to liberate India from Britain, and a reporter came up to him and they said, Gandhi, please give us a message to share with the people. And he wrote on a piece of paper, scribbled real quick, and handed it to him, and the train took off, and he looked down at the piece of paper and he said, my life is my message. So the way that we love, the way that we show up in personal relationship is also the same in which we show up in this dance with the divine. So has anyone heard of the 5 love languages before? Okay, great. So we're just going to reframe it because, first of all, I'm very flattered that I'm not sure if it was totally my doing, but just the way that the entire service today has been curated to this essence of this almost Hinduistic, yogic, Indian, Eastern perspective. So I really appreciate the chance. It's been really beautiful to see that. And I'm glad that it's resonated with some of you. A full disclosure, I was raised Jewish, and I'm somewhat of a Hindu Buddhist-Chin at this point. Because when you've had an experience with God, it doesn't even matter what form it takes. But in yoga, there's these different forms in which our devotion can be expressed. And all of us have a predisposition in which we normally gravitate towards. If you're a person of the heart, you're going to gravitate towards bhakti yoga. If you're in commitment to service, that's karma yoga. So we find it just naturally. And so bhakti yoga can be expressed through words of affirmation, praise, prayer, mantra, being able to sit with the beauty and the joys of our lives and be able to vocalize that and share it with not just God, but with each other, saying kind things to each other. Quality time. Spending quality time with yourself. In Jnana Yoga is basically the inward journey of going into that place that I described, that altar in your heart, to be able to find that meeting place with God every day in your day-to-day rituals. There's the Karma Yoga, which a lot of us, I'm sure, are engaged in to some degree or another, which is service. Being in loving service to others, offering our hearts to others, and dissolving the barriers between one another by having this camaraderie and this mutual understanding of the fact that there is suffering. We will all have it, and it's grace. Physical and healing touch. This can be both platonic, intimate, professional, healing, whatever capacity it is, but it's another extension of that karmic spirit. Hatha is the practices that bring us into balance, finding that lunar and solar energy within ourselves and bring it into a harmony so we can show up to the world in a balanced way. And Tantra is just utilizing things outside of yourself to bring you further into that union. And the gift of giving. Every time you give something, the giver, the receiver, the present, and God are all one. So it's dissolving that separation by just being present with the act of ritualizing every single aspect of your life until every single facet of your experience is an act of devotion. So I'm not sure how I'm doing on time, but I definitely want to sing this song with you before the service continues. And it's called The Path of Devotion. This is a song that I wrote as I had a storytelling evening to share my experience from my journey to India. And so the lyrics are up here, and I'm going to pass the clicker off to someone that can help keep pace while I'm playing. The Honorable Joe Vincent, of course. And I'm going to go ahead and set up. Is that okay?
Pray that the mic stands hold up.
Strong prayers for that one. Can you guys all hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. I know you guys are good singers, so I'm going to hold you to your participation. Just closing your eyes for a moment just to get back into that frequency of devotion. Singing from that place. How can you race to a place beyond time? Surrender's a journey with no finish line. The heart leads the way, but you must leave your mind. The more that you're lost, the more you will find. The more you are lost, the more you will find. You'll find. All trails lead home, and all rivers flow to the ocean. Love in motion, it's the path. It's the path of devotion. To mess around is human, to find out's divine. Forbidden fruit straight off the vine. A lifeline of truth, God's fishing line. Alchemy of me from lead to gold mine. Alchemy of me from lead to gold mine. And you'll find all trails lead home, and all rivers flow to the ocean. Love in motion, it's the path. It's the path of devotion. The mountaintop chasing got me laid bare. Bhakti blood flows in the form of a prayer. Grace is the truth, to doubt is to dare. The peak is within, you are already there. The peak is within, you are already there. And you'll find all trails lead home, and all rivers flow to the ocean. Love in motion, it's the path. It's the path of devotion. God won't lead you to what He won't lead you through. God won't lead you to what He won't lead you through. God won't lead you to what He won't lead you through. God won't lead you to what He won't lead you through. Louder. God won't lead you to what He won't lead you through. God won't lead you to what He won't lead you through. God won't lead you to what He won't lead you through. God won't lead you to what He won't lead you through. All trails lead home, and all rivers flow to the ocean. Love in motion, it's the path, the path of devotion. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for welcoming me into your church. Very briefly, I was inspired by Love Bernevere over here, so I'm grateful just for your openness. And just a side note, if any of you are suffering from physical pain, that's my specialty. I broke my back twice, and I'm standing here before you pain-free, so it's possible. I'm not special. So if there's any way I can be of support to any of you, please reach out. Thank you so much.
He'll So this is kind of a new thing. I didn't know about this, but this is very cool. So we have a special gift. If you saw the shirts that we have that say "You Belong," this is a little coffee mug that we are starting now to give to our guest speakers. So thank you very much. All right, that was fantastic. Our closing words come from Shantideva. They are, "May all beings everywhere, plagued with sufferings of body and mind, quickly be freed from their illnesses. May those who are frightened cease to be afraid, and may those who are bound be free." And for our closing song, this is another one that the musicians will invite you to sing along with. The words are right up here. Gobinde Mukande, and I'll let Mike explain more.
All right, fantastic. You guys are singing so courageously today. Thank you. That's awesome. Great. So for this one, you've maybe heard of the chakras. They are sort of like energy centers or vortexes that sort of connect our physical body with our non-physical being. So with this chant, it's got 8 words: Gobinde, Mukunde, Udare, Apade, Haryang, Karyang, Nirname, Akame. And as you're singing them, go from the root chakra, which is the connection of the earth, which is kind of like at the base of your pelvis. And this is work, right? We're sort of doing the work of being like, mind, this is where you're going to pay attention. All right, mind, no, we're not thinking about the bills or the car tire or whatever. We're going to go now up to the navel, which is our creativity. And then we're going to bring it up to our like solar plexus, the center of our will, and then to the heart chakra. When we say kame, we open up in the heart, and that's our connectivity to each other. And then the throat chakra, which is where, you know, Vishnu got this gem lodged when the gods were all like stirring this pot, and this gem came out, so Vishnu could only speak truth. So this is our center of communication. And then we've got our, first eye, third eye, which is our perception, and then the crown, which is our connection to the infinite, and then up beyond that. So we're going to go binde, mukande, udare, apare, haryang, karyang, nirname, akame. Okay? Beautiful. And don't worry too much about the words. Feel free to get them wrong. Because I probably am too.
Thank you for the wonderful music we enjoyed today and the wonderful message. I invite everyone to join us after this in the conference room area for coffee and refreshments. Thank you all for being here. Go in peace.